Shalom, shalom and welcome. My name is Symmanayah if you're tuning in for the first time, and I present messages hopefully to encourage those who seek to do the desire of the Almighty Creator, He that is the Almighty One, who I have grown to know as Yahuah, who sent His word in Yahusha's name. No Trinity, His word was named Yahusha. In many scriptures, when we see son, we think that this is son like we are familiar with. But they use the word son to get us to where we can imagine that part of Yahuah, who is spirit everywhere at all times, manifests His word in the flesh and then sent His spirit in Yahusha's name to lay out the process for growing and set apartness. With that said, my brothers and sisters, let's get started in this segment. I asked the question, how do you know? How do you know a female or a male is your brother or your sister? How do you know? We have come to the point where many of us are awakening to the fact that we are Israel, or Hebrew Yasharal, spiritual Yasharal. Some say Hebrew Israelites. And as we wake up, we think that's all it takes. That's not enough. What I am saying, my brothers and sisters, is we must identify all those who seek to do the will of the Almighty Father, both Hebrews and Gentiles who are drawn by Him. These are those who are part of set apart Yasharal, spiritual Yasharal. When we look at the physical, we see the literal Hebrew, the literal Gentile. But what's in the heart? What actions are being displayed? We see that either we are influenced by the Almighty Father or by the wicked one, Satan. So I say to you, my brothers and sisters, when you meet another person, how do you know that person is your brother or your sister? We've taken it so easily and readily just because of skin color, say he's a Hebrew Israelite. But is he a set-apart individual? Is she a set-apart individual? How do you know? You know, my brothers and sisters, what questions do you ask to discover brothers and sisters? We must learn to ask questions to find out, what do you believe? What are your beliefs? To determine the brother or sister as much as we can. Not just call a person a brother or sister because of their skin color. We must look at who they desire to worship, serve, and obey. Let me read something to you, my brothers and sisters. It is in Philippians 1:8-11. And I'm using the eSword Scripture version. So let me read it to you. It says, "For Elohim is my witness, how I long for you all with the affection of Yahusha Messiah." This is Shaul talking. And he goes on to say, "In this I pray that your love might extend more and more in knowledge and all discernment, in all that Yahusha shows you." Say, in all discernment. And I'm not talking about the discernment that man defines. I'm talking about discernment when Yahusha shows you. It says, "For you to examine the matters that differ in order to be sincere and not stumbling until the day of Messiah, being filled with the fruit of righteousness through Yahusha Messiah to the esteem and praise of Elohim." We are instructed to examine all things, my brothers and sisters, to see if there's a difference, to see are we one in beliefs and desires to serve the Almighty Father. Do not be quick to accept someone because they say, I obey the Ten Commandments, the laws, and statutes. And they think by just telling you that, that means, oh, you're my brother or you're my sister. It takes more than just listening to what someone has to say. Watch what they do. Watch their actions. Ask them questions. Are they growing by the word of Yahuah, which is Yahusha? Do they recognize Yahusha is the word of Yahuah and that Yahuah sent his spirit in Yahusha's name? Ruach HaKodesh simply means set apart spirit. But to be specific, we must know what name do we call the set apart spirit? It's Yahusha. Look at John 14:26. And you see where Yahusha is saying the Father will send the set apart spirit in his name, in Yahusha's name. That will make a difference. But how do you know that person is your brother or your sister? We go to many assemblies. How many times have you went to assembly and you saw individuals questioning one another? What do you believe? What do you stand for? Why are you here? We must ask questions. We must discover those who truly desire to serve the Almighty Yahuah through his word, Yahusha. And watch and see what a difference will make. You've been hearing me say major corrections are coming. There are leaders who have been teaching things incorrectly for many years, and they will probably die teaching erroneous messages. But there will be some who will face the correction and seek forgiveness and walk in forgiveness. And there will be those that will die off, moved out of the way for the set apart spirit of Yahuah. Sin in Yahusha's name will refine, renew, bring those whom he has promised together. Together, my brothers and sisters. End times are here. Know what assignment is given to you. Know what is expected of the brother, the sister, of each of us. And let's walk in set apartness. Let's walk in obedience. I hear people say, I follow the Ten Commandments, laws, and statutes. But I don't hear many people say, I discern the spirit of Yahuah, sending Yahusha's name, talking to me, guiding me, directing my path. They fail to realize that the scriptures say the letter by itself will kill you. They fail to realize that the scriptures write the letter with the spirit, for the spirit makes the letter alive. This is how we understand how to govern ourselves, how to walk, how to treat one another. Through the living spirit of Yahuah coming to us in Yahusha's name, Yahusha being the word of Yahuah. That's how we're able to understand what we must do. Yashua, my brother, my sister, my family. How do you know that's your brother? How do you know that's your sister? Start having discussions. Discussions that will convince you whether the person is a brother or a sister. And if you don't know, pray and seek that the Almighty Father will reveal to you so that you will. Purgings are coming. Coming away from the wicked will happen. We will discover some are not the people we thought they were, and some are. It's a complex and challenging walk, but set apartness is achieved by the power and might of the Almighty Father Yahuah, who sent his word in Yahusha's name. Pray on that. I pray that each of us are doing well. I pray more than anything that the Almighty Father will allow you to be able to recognize his voice that comes in Yahusha's name and grow wiser and wiser as we come together as a set-apart nation, as a set-apart body. On that note, be well, my brother, my sister, my family. Shalom.